Kaleidoscope is Netflix's newest series kicking off this year, created by Eric Garcia, which follows an ensemble of 6 different characters pulling off a $7 billion heist. And needless to say, this is a very interesting show because it's a very interesting viewing experience, just based off the simple fact that the episodes are set in a specific order for each viewer. And specifically, my order was everybody starts off with black, so you'll watch the black episode first. They're all color coded, so my order was black, yellow, green, violet, blue, orange, red, pink, and everybody ends up with white. And white kind of ties the whole thing together. From my viewing experience, I felt that the order that I got flowed very smoothly throughout. The last episode is actually intended to be white, so I would recommend to just watch whatever order you get in and watch the last episode last, because it does feel like it ties the whole thing together, like I said. And I have other friends who have watched the show as well and got a completely different order that I got, and same thing, it flowed smoothly for them. So I don't think that the order you watch the episodes in, as long as you end in white, it doesn't really affect like your viewing experience. But I did find that Netflix did a very interesting thing by having so many different variations of watching the show, the order, I guess. And now getting into the juicy parts of the show, this show does deal with a lot of betrayal, a lot of greed, and threats. Each character plays a different role in making this heist possible, and the viewing experience, in my opinion, I found it to be spectacular. There were some portions of the show where they feel a little bit jumpy for me, specifically the timeline, because it jumps around from 24 years before the heist to 6 months after the heist. So it didn't really affect the viewing experience that much. It is just something to think about because it does jump around a lot, especially depending on the order you get it. But overall, the performances in this were spectacular, especially Giancarlo Esposito, specifically carrying, in my opinion, the show, because he's just phenomenal in everything he's been in. There was one aspect in the show that felt a little bit forced for me, which was the FBI agents arc. It just felt completely forced for me. I felt like they could have gone a different route. As a viewer, it just makes me question, like, why is she so obsessed with this? But it throughout is a very fun watch. To kick off the year, it's a really good show. I wouldn't say it's the best. I've seen some reviewers say that it's like, oh my god, the greatest show of 2023, and the year just started. But it's a very fun watch, and I would definitely recommend everybody to watch it. There is 3 episodes that stood out to me from the entire show, which was Violet, Red, and Pink. Specifically those because Violet really focuses on one of the characters. I won't give anything away, but the story arc is so fucking amazing. And Red and Pink, they just tie it together so perfectly that it's rewarding when you get to white. There were some comedic aspects of the show that worked and some that didn't. There are some characters that feel a little bit cartoonish, a little bit obnoxious and corny, but it kind of suits the show because it is outlandish, pulling off a $7 billion heist. It's a fun watch at most, and kicking off the year is not a bad start. You know, it's a really interesting show. I wouldn't say it's great, but it's a solid 7.58 for me. I might have missed a couple things, but I just watched the show yesterday and kind of binged it. So I really hope you guys check it out. I hope you guys like and subscribe to this video, and then I'll see you guys soon.